Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, and likewise, brothers, so they're putting out this truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. And today's lesson is entitled The Kamikaze Edomites, aka the Crackers, the so-called whites, Anglo-Saxon, and this is led by Amalek, okay, who they call themselves the Jewish people of the day that's in our land that they have stolen. Okay, now let me give you a background on the reason why this lesson came about here. We were at camp yesterday, and we was thinking about all the actions and all of the things that Esau is doing currently right now, and you'd wonder, okay, those of you who are not in the truth, okay, and understand, why Esau has to do what he's doing, or you'll wonder why this man is doing all this wickedness and not really thinking about the consequences from Yahawashi and Yahawashi. Now, when we go back to World War II, you had, the battle between Japan and the United States. And Japan, being an island, did not have the ability to continuously supply their resources to fight, the onslaught of the United States. And thus, as time went by, they started to lose, a lot of resources, a lot of men, a lot of the equipments and everything. So, being a people with that summarized spirit, true warriors, not the camera toting, little people you see today right now, but true warriors, what they were going to do was basically they was going all out, all out. They realized they were losing, so they were going to go all out. Henceforth came something known as kamikaze, where these pilots would fly the plane, and dive bomb into the ships, killing as much, of the enemies, which is the Edomites, or the so-called Americans that are out there invading their waters, in an effort, to get rid of the enemy, So this is what they were doing. And so you see today, Esau, knowing that his time is short, knowing that the Lord, Yahawashi Mashiach, is coming soon to embarrass him, humiliate him, and then destroy his wicked queendom, is going all out right now in a very destructive manner. Henceforth, this lesson today is the Kamikaze Edomites, And let's start off with the first book here. This is the book of Matthew 12 and start verse 31. And it reads, "Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy against the Holy Ghost shall not be forgiven unto men. And whosoever speaketh a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But whosoever speaketh against the Holy Ghost, it shall not be forgiven him, neither in this world, neither in the world to come," meaning neither in this time right now where Esau is currently ruling, neither in the world to come, which is what, when Yahawashi Mashiach returns, and set up his heavenly kingdom. And it says, "Either make the tree good and its fruits good, or else make the tree corrupt and its fruit corrupt, for the tree is known by its fruit." And Esau, these Edomites, the so-called white man, is known by his fruit. Now, we're going to go into three, of these, these things that Esau brings about, on this earth, and the three things here that will make this man the Kamikaze Edomite, And the first one is murder of the children of Yahawashi Mashiach, murder of the children of the Most High, which is what? The true biblical Hebrew Israelites, which is the so-called Black Americans and Latinos, and also the scattered elect across this earth, but in particular the ones that are here in Great Babylon, America. Next, you have the blasphemy, which Esau commits, stolen identity, exalting himself as Yahawashi Yahawashi on this earth. In that case, Esau has been able to what? Deceive the entire earth. And last but not least, sodomy, because Esau is a sodomite, and he spread this vile abomination across this earth, which the Lord, Yahawashi Mashiach, frowns upon heavily, so much so that he decreed this act to be what? Worthy of death. And Esau basically is spitting in the Lord, Yahawashi Mashiach's face, which makes this man a kamikaze type person, He does not have a fear. Let's go into the book of Psalms 10, and starting with verse 4, and it says, "The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God," power. God is not in all his thoughts. It's not in his thoughts, What's in Esau's thought, Well, let's take a look here at these images here. When you look at Henry Kissinger, he says depopulation should be the highest priority of foreign policy towards the third world. Who lives in the third world? The poor, This is Henry Kissinger, Dr. Henry Kissinger. Let's continue on with the verse here. It says, "His ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. Who is his enemies? The entire earth is Esau's enemy. This is the reason why this man goes and try to dominate every nation on this earth. Okay, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who is who? These Kamikaze Edomites. Okay, so if you're a Kamikaze Edomites and you have no future and you know it, and you know you're losing right now because the righteous has been risen up, okay, to speak against you. And who are the righteous? The men you see on the highway and the byway, and those men who you see right now uploading these videos on the unicorn known as YouTube and all these other platforms. And it says, he puffeth at them. He said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. This man has never seen adversity. He's never been invaded. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Let's take a look again, okay, at what this man is saying. The elderly are useless eaters. This is Henry Kissinger. He quoted this in the book, The Final Days, okay? This is an Edomite. This is an Amalek, okay? The fake so-called Jewish people who are living in the land of Israel right now, okay? So he's calling people useless eaters, okay? Now, really, he was really referring to the tribe of Israel, Yashar, also called Black Americans and Latino, but he uses it in general term. So this tells you that this man does not even have any respect for his own people, to the fact that he's willing to do what? Call them useless in order to justify extermination. Let's go into this one. It says, Henry Kissinger, in a speech to the World Health Organization Council on Eugenics, February 25th, 2009, which we know the World Health Organization, or WEF, right now, what they're doing right now, they've organized since 2020, okay, which the world has seen, that scandemic, which more of that is to come, okay? And it says, once the herd accepts mandatory, forcible jabberoni, it's game over. They will accept anything, forcible blood or organ donation for the greater good. We can genetically modify children and sterilize them for the greater good. Meaning what? Let's sterilize these Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because why? They're a threat to us, and particularly the Negro, okay? The so-called Native African Americans here, okay? And it says, for the greater good, control sheep minds and you control a herd, which is why they're bringing out the MOTB. They want to what? Control everything that you do, everything that you think, everything that you say, okay? The MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, it says, jabberoni makers stand to make billions, and many of you in the room today are investors. It's a big win-win. We thin out the herd, and the herd pays for us providing extermination services. Now, what's for lunch, huh? This is the leaders of the free world right here. That's an Amalekite, okay? So-called Jewish. That's exactly what they think right here. So this is why Psalms 10:4 says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance is wickedness, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. Why? Because they're kamikaze. These are wicked people, okay, that know that they're going to die. So that is always on their mind, and everything that they do is always surrounded by what? Death. Let's go into the book of Psalms 49 and verse 11. It says, the inward thought is that the houses shall continue forever, and the dwelling places to all generation. They call their lands after their own names. Now, why would they have that thought? When we went into Psalms, okay, 10 and verse 6, it says, he said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. This is the reason why he would have the attitude in Psalms 49 and 11, where he says the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generation. They should call their lands after their own names. We have seen that, okay? The whole world, okay, these continents, these lands, okay, are named after these people. These people look at themselves and they see a great future, okay? They're looking at the future. They're looking forward, okay, to what wickedness that they're going to do next, okay? They're looking at the past of where they were, okay, which is what, in those caves, okay, where they came out, and now they've emerged, okay, to these superior people walking on this earth known as Caucasians, okay? We know them biblically as the Edomites, okay? They go back from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, Edomites, okay? That's their seed line, the seed line of wickedness, Esau, okay? So this is how they feel, that they're going to continue on forever. And with that, it gives them that ability, okay, to continue to expand their wickedness on this earth, which always leads to what? Death, okay? So they boast their wickedness on this earth because they've seen that they know they live their past of being nobody, cave beasts, to now being what? Exalted as God, and they see in their future is the way they actually are going to have the ability to read your mind. Okay? But they already know that what is going to take place. They are going to lose this kingdom, and the Lord Yahawashi Mashiach is going to return and take them down, and they know that. Okay? So they're double-minded in that way because they have that fear, but it's deep down, it's not shown on the earth, which is the reason why they don't never with reverence that there is a higher power than them, which is why they have the Big Bang Theory. Okay? And while at the same time they're doing all these destruction, they're telling you there's a future. Okay, which is counterintuitive to what they represent. Okay? When we go into the book of Revelations 13 and verse 6, starting verse 6, it says, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, power, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and to them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power is given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Okay, so this man, was given all, power over the kindreds of the earth. Okay, all the people of the earth, they worship this man. They worship him like he's God because he has the technology. He has a great mouth to speak. He's been able to do what? This man has been able to change the face of Yahawashi Mashiach, from what we know he is to these abominable pictures here you see here. These are artwork that is all over the earth of people believing, you have these female angels, Caucasian angels with wings, little wings, and you have these little, the Most High is an old man, and Yahawashi, who's Adam, is a Caucasian, and you have all the prophets, the ancient prophets. Moses, he was an old Edomite, somehow in the desert, must have gotten a really good tan, huh? All the prophets. This is what this man is bringing out. So he has exalted himself, because see, when you are crazy like Esau, when you're a kamikaze spirit, and you going all out, you have already lost. There's nothing for you to lose. He knew he only had maybe 800-900 years, to go rule in leadership and wickedness, or since he came with those Caucasus Mountains, which was what, the end of the 12th century or early 1300s. So now you add it up to right now, is what, a little over 700 years this man has been, doing this thing, and that's a long time. And it says, and it was given unto them to make war with the saints, which is us, Yashua, so-called Black Americans and Latino, and to overcome them, and power is given to him over all kindreds and tongues and the nations, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So if your name is not written in the book of life, you will look at this and nobody can convince you that the ancient prophets are not these crackers, these Edomites. Yahawashi Mashiach does not look like that. The book of Daniel describes what he looks like, and he's very frightening to look at. So is Yahawashi. These angels, if they were to manifest themselves, even to us, even though we read the scriptures, what they look like, we probably would drop dead instantly. That's how scary and frightening these beings are. And yes, so this man has blasphemed. Next, what he's done is he set these people up, in these kippah hat. I call them the beanie hat Jewish people. These Amalekites, that are in our land, that the world is thinking these are the holy people. A place right now that has the biggest sodomite parade party that's going on. Here we got them again, known as the small hats. And they get these hats in all various designs. These people, the world believe, this is what Esau, Amalek, has the world believing, are the righteous. Yet still at the same time, he is popularizing sodomy, which we are going to be bringing out. Let's go into the book of Ecclesiastes 8, starting verse 12, and it says, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, which Jake died at what, 20 in the teens? Even the healthiest of us might live to be about 65 years old. The Jake man. Yet so these doggone wicked people, they live to be 3 digits. Okay? To do just what? Continuous wickedness. Okay? This Henry Kissinger, he lived to be an old man. He lived to be an old man. Many of us can't say that. Many of us know relatives that can't say they lived to be as old as this man did. And it says, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him, which we do. That's why we do the work. That's why we follow the Sabbath, the dietary laws, all those things. We've taken our way out of all the things that we used to do that used to give us pleasure, okay, and joy, even if it was false joy. We've taken our way and we've dedicated ourselves to doing what? Bringing out this ministry, speaking against this doggone wicked man, Esau, the so-called white man. Okay? And it says, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are a shadow, because he feareth not before God. So this man doesn't fear Yahawashi. Okay? Here's what he does. Look at that. Sodomy all across the earth. Okay? You have something called Pride Month right now. Here you got pride. 2 men, 2 women. This man has the whole world in his hand because he's a proud man and he deals in pride. Which, this pride is this abomination that you see going on right now. That's why you have the leader of the free world, that they call the free world, Joe Biden, hugging a man, getting a kiss on the cheek and hugging, getting smooches from a man dressed up in a dress and everything like that, and telling them, you are equal, you are great, we're going to be promoting you. Okay? That's what we see here. You see something like this. Those of us who are old enough, we never thought 30 years ago you'd ever see this. This is something that you only read about, but now this is commonplace right now. In fact, there's a whole 30 days that's dedicated to it. Okay, so there it is right there. That is the kamikaze way of these Edomites. Okay, to push out that which they know displeases the Creator, Yahawashi. Okay, because Esau does not care. He knows he is already lost. Okay, the elect, or the hopefully elect, has been already awoken. The prophets, the ancient prophets of old, are back on the highways and the byways and the streets. The Lord specifically picked men who are considered low value in this society. People who wouldn't listen to you. Okay? We're short. Some of us are fat. We're poor. Some may have a little roof over their head. Okay? We're not particularly handsome, most of us. Okay? A lot of us don't have college education. Some do. Okay? So we're not people in society that they would look at and consider our voices. And even the Jakes, like the Kanye West and those who had opened them out, who are considered somebody in the society because they had some money or they had some talent that the world likes, guess what happened? They got ostracized and deemed demons and punished. Because why? The world is given into the hands of the wicked. And who is the wicked? This Kamikaze Edomite, Esau, the so-called white man, aka crackers, okay, Amalekites, okay, and so-called whites. Let's go into the book of Ezekiel 35. Psalm verse 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Because, see, the Lord is going to bring something into this here. And this is where we're going into the murder of the children of the Most High, Yahawashi. And it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore as I live, said the Lord, power, God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Well, let's take a look at these things that Esau has done. That's why the Lord Yahawashi would say that. Look at that. They're standing up there as Jake is hanging from a tree. Okay? Here, they got Jake's hanging from tied up to a tree again as they snap photos, giving high fives. This is normalized in this place. This is actually going to be coming back as the society collapses. What, do you think these people just disappeared? They're old. Some of them might be old right now. But they've passed this evil, devious way of thinking and what they do and the hatred for the children of Israel onto their seed. These wicked Edomites walking right now, these pesky little punk-ass kamikaze Edomites that you see looking at you daily, waiting, biding their time to slay us. Okay? This is what the wicked does. Here they are right here. Okay? Burning Jake at a stake. They hung Jake, then they brought the body down and they burned. Look how many of them around there. This is like a picnic party, man. They're eating. It doesn't even bother them the smell of burnt flesh. Okay? Of the innocent. Us. They kill you like you're nothing. This because why? This man is crazy. He knows his end is near. He knows he's done. Okay? And this is why they do it. Okay? He likes to destroy, kill, murder. Okay? So, the Lord actually has something for this man. Okay? The Lord has something for this man. Because, see, this man is going to face his judgment. Okay? First, that nuke deck that's going to be coming here. You see, World War III is coming. And he's going to slay a whole lot of these Edomites. Those that are currently serving, those that are going to be forced to serve, okay, are going to be slayed. All of them. Okay? Next, the Lord is going to have all these nations obliterate this place, turning this place into the lake of fire. And those who are not written in the book of life, which are only going to be the Hebrew Israelites that are here right now, where the final battleground is going to take place in Great Babylon, which is known as America, is going to be part of that lake of fire, which is going to be what? A nuclear holocaust here, so horrific that it's going to melt the ground. It's going to be like bubbling lava. Okay? That's going to last forever, uninhabitable. Okay? By any human, because it's going to be left as a what? A monument for the rest of the world to see what happens when you are that kamikaze cracker. Everyone, these Edomites, Amalekites, so-called Jewish, anyone from the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, you wicked doggone devils, you're going to reincarnate again and again for 1,000 years of hardcore, brutal slavery. And if you don't believe in reincarnation, you better start believing. You are going to come back to life again because you are your father. You are your fathers. Those of you walking around today. So there's no innocent blood amongst you. Okay? The Lord is going to bring you back. Okay? And it's not some weird science either. Because see, that's what Esau would like to do. Okay? He like to live forever. Well, you're going to get your wish. You are going to come back and for 1,000 years, over and over and over. How many of you there are? It could be millions, it could be billions of you. You will come back. You will produce seeds that will go into slavery again and again. And third, all of you will be gathered at the conclusion of that 1,000 years. And since you like burning Jake at a stake, the children of the Most High, Yahawashi, are going to round you up at the conclusion of that 1,000 years. You unga bunga, useless crap. Because yes, you are correct, Henry Kissinger. The Edomites are useless eaters. At the conclusion of that 1,000 years, you are going to be rounded up and burnt, body and spirit, out of existence. Let's go into the book of Obadiah, because this is not coming from my mouth. This is coming from the Lord, Yahawashi. Obadiah 1:18, it says, and the house of Jacob, which is 12 tribes of Israel, should be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau, you Edomites. Whatever the hell you want to call yourself, and we will know who you are. No more of these corporate names. You will go by your biblical given tribal names. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall be not any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, had spoken it. Mawat did not speak it. I'll read it to you again for the last sentence. And there shall be not be any remaining of the house of Esau, Edomites, kamikaze crackers, kamikaze Amalekites, kamikaze so-called whites. For the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called God and Jesus, had spoken it. There it is. Lord willing, you will edify with this lesson. Let the close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, elders, and apostles of great millstone, and likewise brothers, so they put no this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep unto brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom.